Oda has now shown us that the power of love and its link to Haki will play an important role in the end of One Piece, and the appearance of Kuma and his feats in chapters 1103 and 4 exhibits the true strength of the Buccaneer race, which is what we're going to be going over in this video. What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you all could hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate that. And major spoilers for the One Piece manga if you're anime only. That has given us an insane feat for Kuma being the first one to punch a Gorosei and doing so as a former slave. He was clearly inspired by Luffy punching a celestial dragon to save Hachi back in Sabaody Archipelago. So when he saw that his daughter was in danger, the power of love deep inside Kuma couldn't rest any longer, giving us an insane double spread of Kuma demolishing Saturn's shit. I mean, this entire chapter was just L's for the government. But as we see Gorosei Saturn sweating over a 1 HP health Kuma, we see Vegapunk in the background pondering how the hell Kuma can still move. He didn't want to turn Kuma into a bomb because he knew the Gorosei would take full advantage of that, so instead he installed a device that would shut down all of Kuma's bodily functions, essentially turning him into a vegetable, which Saturn admits he used a few days after the Revolutionary Army took him. However, Kuma was still able to find his way back to his daughter when she needed him the most and wrapped a wonderful armament Haki coated gift for Saturn. And this, I believe, is the key to understanding what the power of the Buccaneers is and why Oda is only introducing it to the story now. We know that Haki is a power linked to a person's spirit and willpower, and that you technically can't train it. You can teach a person the basics of Haki, but you can't train them to have strong Haki. Haki only blooms in battle, in the moment. This is something we learned from Rayleigh. We recently saw this in the manga with Kobe pulling an insane advanced Conqueror's Haki feat, and we've seen it countless times with Luffy. But I believe the Buccaneers have an innate trait that gives them, along with their insanely strong bodies, insanely powerful Haki. I mean, look at the size difference between Kuma and Saturn. Kuma is already insanely large, but this man had to jump to be able to punch Saturn. Yet this single punch blew this man throughout buildings, demolishing everything on the island, and this was just a regular armament Haki punch. Imagine if Kuma had Conqueror's Haki. I believe we've actually seen a case of this before though. That's right, I believe that Whitebeard was a Buccaneer. I mean, look at bro's size and build. Look at the chin, bro. Why would Oda give them the same chin? We now know that One Piece is filled with special races that have their own unique characteristics and features, like Lunarians and Fishmen. I believe that Whitebeard was a Buccaneer, and this is why he was so strong. And a Buccaneer with Conqueror's Haki plus the most destructive Devil Fruit, no wonder he was regarded as the world's strongest man. And when you look at Whitebeard, in a lot of ways he was very similar to Kuma. They both had a deep sense of love and community. You see how Whitebeard was very family oriented and would legit die for his crew, going as far as to even call each and every member of them his sons. He even forgave Skurd on the spot after he stabbed him. He was like, my silly son. The same way Kuma cared for the people of his village, going even as far to take their pain so that he could end the suffering for them. And then immediately raising Bonnie as his own, going as far as to even give up his life for her. They both show insane amounts of love for the people in their lives and have both demonstrated that they would die to protect them and keep them safe. I believe that it's this love that fuels their Haki and gives it a different flavor. You know, it packs a punch.
Brother, this guy
This different way of using your Haki or fueling your Haki can be copied, and I believe we've already seen it from Monkey D. Garp. Garp's punches were always painful to Luffy even after he was immune to physical damage. We always thought it was Haki, but what if Garp wasn't lying and that he was actually using his love for Luffy to hurt Luffy, and that's why he did damage? Fist of love. And the secret trait of the Buccaneers is they already have this power of love engineered inside them. This will explain why Kuma is still walking and why Garp and Whitebeard scaled to the strongest person in the series. Even Roger, we know he was very much like Luffy because they were both goofy and friendly characters, but we know that he would become a beast in order to protect his friends and crew. Using your power to protect, which is something that Shanks lost an arm to teach Luffy, could be the true way to harness all the power of your Haki. And I mean, there is another character in the series who hits Luffy and it constantly does damage. Yo, now in no way am I saying that Nami scales to the top tiers of the series, but the Conqueror's Haki jokes have been going on for a minute, and there isn't a single thing Oda does by accident. Remember, he's a genius. Plus, this is a running trend. The two people who are set to rival the Pirate King potentially possess the power, and we have Kuma, who is essentially a walking corpse decking Saturn's shit. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.